7 years back, I graduated as an interior designer. So it's to all the students out here that, it's not the number of years that you have to be in the industry to gain knowledge or to gain the expertise or to gain that kind of a power and fame. Fame is not the right word, but in terms like that, you can go out and share your knowledge and, give guidance. But I'm right here. I felt so encouraged sitting up there with the seniors in the industry and listening to them and being a part of the panel. I would just encourage everybody that, when you're a part of a design college for 3-4 years, you always feel that, what am I going to do with this knowledge in future? I used to feel the same, honestly. It was like, oh, 1 year foundation, then 3 years doing something else. But once I got to the industry, once I started interning, then doing a job, then starting my own firm, I started very young. Everybody was like, you didn't do more internships, you didn't do a job. Why are people going to hire you? You are just 24, 25 years old. And I said, there is no age to do anything. You can also gain knowledge while you're working. Don't pick up bigger projects. Don't look for money. I never looked for it. I picked up small projects. Even if I got to style a corner in somebody's house or any space, I just picked it up. But because for me, I was dealing with clients. Dealing with clients is dealing with people. Understanding what people in the real world want. And when I'm doing that, of course, I'm also working with a lot of team out there, and I'm understanding how labor works on site. And all this actually comes when you have been in a design college. And I understood this because when I had 10 people standing around me of labor, and I was in a design college where I had 20 people in my batch, everybody was different and everybody had a different expertise. Somebody was good in paint, somebody was good in material, somebody was good in making a mood board presentation. And when my labor or my team was around me, that's when I understood, no, this is what I learned back then. Because that time also I adjusted, I kept my calm, I had patience. Now also I have to keep patience. So then eventually, and I didn't run for it, I used to go out in the morning, come back in the evening to make myself prepared for working hours. That no, if I don't have a project, doesn't mean I'm going to sit at home. I used to leave at 10 in the morning, come back at 5, and my parents used to be like, where did you go? You don't have any work. I said, I went to markets, I went to streets, I looked out for new furniture places, I looked out for the costings in the market, I gave 10 people my card. For what? Nothing. The first project I got, I showed them my thesis. Thanks to God, of course. I'm not saying luck is with me, but I had to do that hard work. So when you're in a design college, don't think where and how am I going to do it. It's preparing you for the future. 4 years is a long time of your life, from 18 to 22 years of your life. So that is preparing you to just push yourselves and go out there. Don't leave designing, just keep doing it. See, trends in interiors, or I would not use the term interiors because you are from School of Creativity. So I'm going to use the term creativity and designing. They change every now and then. I don't even have a time period. I can't say 6 months, 3 months, 1 year, because they change now and then. They change because people, the masses, or maybe people who are not coming from a design background, they are getting a lot of exposure. Now, exposure is coming from because everybody is tech savvy. So everybody can now just on a click open Pinterest, Google, Instagram, and just look for things. And that's how they're also learning. So, we can't really use the term trends anymore because I feel personally, if you ask me, for me, what you're comfortable is a trend. Whether it's interiors or it's fashion. If suppose there's a certain trend going on in terms of, this kind of a clothing or silhouette is in trend nowadays, and if you're not able to carry that out, or if you're not able to wear it, if you're not confident in it, then don't wear it. Wear a silhouette or wear a certain garment or a color which is suiting you. Same goes with interiors. If somebody is like, oh, nowadays, let's do like an orange sofa. Very, 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 very a random thing I'm saying. If you don't like that color, don't go with the trend. Maybe try and incorporate that trend in a very different way where you also feel satisfied, because we're in a society where we have to feel satisfied. But do it in a certain way where you're comfortable. So trends go as per your comfort. And like you mentioned, in terms of students, to understand, when we are students, we always go with trends. We'll type 10 trends going on in 2023. That's how we do. But that will also make us learn. But at the same time, if you're working on an assignment, again, go with your comfort level. So trend and comfort goes hand in hand together. I was always clear that I had to do interiors or I had to do something with spaces. So for when I was in foundation, and so my path was clear. But I had people around me. I had my classmates. So I'll give you an example. There was somebody with me who started taking interiors, switched to fashion, switched to graphics, came back to interiors, and in the second year went back to communication, graphic design. And to be very honest, today, out of the 21 people we were together in the batch I was in, he's doing the best. So now why I'm giving this example is because he twisted, turned, thought, lost his mind, cried also at times, was overwhelmed with emotions that what am I going to do? My parents are like that, you're switching one industry to another. Faculty was annoyed, of course, it's a part of any design college. But at the end, he was sitting one day, he's like, I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to follow where I know I can do this. So, you're also from a foundation, and there are many out there who are in foundation. Firstly, think where you're coming from, and don't think at all what is happening in the industry or what is happening in the society around us. If you feel, oh, fashion these days is doing very well, I think I should get into fashion. No, why? It's not a society pressure. You at the end of the day have to get to something and work on it. If you feel that I want to do interiors only because I love doing spaces, just get into it. So follow your heart. Right now, because you're in foundation, when somebody used to give me this advice, what I'm giving you today, it used to be like, oh, what am I going to do? It just sounds very easy, but when you have to do it, it's very tough. When you hear anything, taking advices is very easy, but applying it is very tough. I know that. I've been a design student, but I would actually say, because I've been there, done that situation in my life, follow your heart and just don't look around. Don't look at other people. Don't look at what is happening. Don't go with the trends here. Don't go with Instagram reels. Just follow your heart and trust me. I am standing here, so I can tell you, I can vouch for it. You will do well. You're not going to lose anything in life. You will figure out everything. So just figure out everything. Everything can happen. There's nothing which is not possible. Everything is possible. Thank you.